Hello, Mike and Moose here, and today I'm going to show you how to build your model stash without busting your wallet. Next on Modeling with Mike. Hello, and we're back at the desk. And first of all, I'm going to tell you exactly what a stash is. If you're brand new to the hobby, you might want to know that, wouldn't you? Yeah. A stash is basically a slang term that we use in the hobby for your supply of unbuilt kits. Simply put, that's all it is your supply of unbuilt kits. Now, a stash doesn't have to be huge to be useful or fun. My stash, for example, is only like 50 or 60 kits. And I just use a simple formula of if I build a model a week for a year, how many kits would that be? Well, there's 52 weeks a year, that'd be 52 kits that I'd need in my stash. So, I stopped last year at about 52 before I started buying Christmas presents. And I basically added to it this year, not many, about 5 or 6, because my building slowed down. So also you gotta add to your stash at the speed that you're building. Let's talk about where to find budget kits. Number one, thrift stores. You can find a lot of hidden gems at thrift stores. There's a thrift store is like your Goodwill store, your Salvation Army store, any religious organization that has a store is a thrift store. Their inventory is supplied by donations, and usually they sell their stuff dirt cheap. And a lot of times you can get a model there for dirt cheap. And it's also hit and miss though, because if they don't get any donations from any modelers, they don't have any models, of course, On the other hand, they get donations every day, so you never know. So always check thrift stores. Number two, garage sales, yard sales, and estate sales. Again, this is depending on whether they have a modeler in the family, the person who died for an estate sale, the person who died, was he or she a modeler? It all depends on that. But I can tell you from experience that I have gotten some good kits at garage sales. I had one time this was back when I was building back in the 90s. A friend of mine and I took off one Saturday morning and went garage sailing. I ended up getting a model of the Starship Enterprise for like $2. And that was a good kit. So always look at garage sales and yard sales and estate sales. Third one is online marketplaces. We're talking about your Facebook marketplace, Craigslist, eBay, Amazon, any other marketplace you could think of where you buy stuff. These are excellent places to buy some kits cheap. A lot of these especially eBay, Craigslist, and Facebook Marketplace, you're gonna find a lot of modelers thinning out their stashes and selling on these sites. So go check them out. I pretty much, I'd say 80% of my stash that I've shown you in this video on B-roll was bought on eBay, and most of them were like 15 bucks, 15 to 20 bucks, and that's including shipping. Hobby shops. You go, if you're lucky enough to have a hobby shop, or better yet, a brick and mortar model shop, go there, check clearance bins, clearance sections, check damaged box sections, check second-hand sections. And when you're looking at these kits, ask the person in charge at the store if you can look inside the kit. Make sure it's all there, make sure the instructions are there, the decals are there. I have a video on how to do that, and I'll leave a link to that video in the description. So make sure you check that out. Your clearance bins, clearance sections, damaged box sections, and second hand. Here's a good one. Model shows and swap meets. And a nice little tip for you, especially if you go to these shows on the last hours of the last day, you're going to get some good, very good deals. Maybe even some package deals. Because these vendors who are there, they'd rather take home a wad of cash than pack up all their kits that they bought with them and haul them back. A lot easier to carry cash than a bunch of kits. So remember that. Model shows and swap meets, go there the last hours of the last day, because those sellers are looking to sell. Last place to find budget kits is from friends, clubs, and community groups. You can swap kits there. You can buy kits from a friend, sell your kits, have a kit donated to you. I'm in the process of starting a group. It might be on Facebook, I don't know. I've got a poll out there, so make sure you vote. Great, just look at your friends, your modeling groups, clubs, organizations, community groups, and you can get good kits there. So let's talk about some stash building strategies that are budget friendly. Number one, trade or sell unused kits to buy new ones. Don't learn this the hard way. If you buy a kit, get rid of a kit by either building it or selling it. Or you can sell, if you don't have money, you need money, sell one of your stash that you probably won't get to. And you could buy that kit that you want. Second one, set a monthly kit budget. Okay, 10 to 20 bucks. You will be flabbergasted how far that goes if you shop wisely. Don't go on Amazon or eBay or Craigslist or something like that and just buy the first kit that looks like it's a good price. Take some time and go through all the listings. You might find a kit at a better price, you might find a better deal. So, and also always take your time, but stay within your set budget. Number 3, to get more value from your buys, buy in lots or bundles. You know, you go to a model show or a swap meet, say, hey, you have this kit for this amount of money. Well, what if I buy this kit and this kit from you? How much would that be for both of them? They'll give you a price and divide that by 2. If that per kit is less than what you were going to spend on that one kit, buy them. But you always go buy the kit, you know. Always don't go by the total price they give you. If it's a 2-kit bundle, divide the price by 2, and if the price per kit is less than that single kit, well, you're going to spend more total, but per kit you're spending less. So you get more value. So look for lots. Those are great on eBay. eBay has a lot of model lots for sale. Here's a big one. Be selective. Okay, don't hoard junk. Okay, don't get a whole bunch of stuff and say, wow, look, my stash is 150 kits. Well, who gives a furry rat's one if it's all junk and you can't build it, you know? So don't hoard junk, just buy what you build, what you'll build. If you have 150 kits, well, are you gonna build all those kits? So do you really need this kit that you're looking to buy? Think about it. And if you're building your stash, here's a good one. Here's a real good one. Watch for holiday sales and flash deals, okay? Amazon, every year in July, they just had, it was Amazon Days. It's their way of celebrating their birthday every year. And they do this with 3 or 4 days in a row of nothing but sales. And they have a lot of flash sales in there. And you can save a lot of money that way. So look at flash deals, holiday sales, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, after Thanksgiving are your best 2 days to get steals on model kits. And also subscribe to hobby store emails, so if they're all of a sudden having flash deals or weekend deals, you'll know. So some bonus tips here for you. Think beyond plastic kits, okay? Here's what I suggest. Every month or so, take an inventory, not of your model stash, but of your supply stash, your paints, your tools, other supplies. Take an inventory. Anything you don't need, anything you do need, sorry about that. Anything you do need, look for sales on that item and restock them. And same places that I've talked about on this video. Look for deals, build your stash back up of supplies and tools, because those go faster than your stash of models. Remember that. I'll give you my final thoughts here. Your stash doesn't have to be massive to be satisfying. Why do you need 500 kits? Think about this. What's going to happen to those kits when you die? You can't take them with you. More than likely, if you don't have an estate sale, they're going to end up in the landfill. And you know what that is? That's more plastic in the landfill that we don't need. But because you wanted a kit, not needed a kit. Okay? You got to think about these things. But also, having a few kits on hand. I'm not talking about 500, I'm talking about a few. Having a few kits on hand helps keep motivation high, especially if one of those kits in that few is a kit that you can't wait to get your hands on and build. So you're motivated to get through these other kits so you can get to that kit. And you're saying, well, Mike, why don't you just go in there and take that kit and build it? Well, yeah, you can, then your motivation's gone. You gotta work your way to that kit. That kit is your motivation to keep building. See what I'm saying? And this is really, really important, so I'm going to emphasize it. It's about building your stash smart, not buying everything. Okay? You don't need to buy everything. Airfix just came out with another 124 Spitfire set. Why do you need another Spitfire? Why? Tell me that. Why? You don't. Build it smartly. Not just buy everything inside or buy the next flavor of the week. So let me ask you a question. How big is your stash? And what's your best cheap find? Let me know about it in the comments. Next video coming up. We're going to pit acrylic paints versus enamel paints. And which one is better for budget conscious modeling. Not modeling overall, but budget conscious modeling. Should be interesting. So that's all I got for this one, folks. You know what we say around here. Never stop pushing your modeling boundaries. Until next time, bye-bye.